Good morning. This is the Ancient Texan. Um, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to talk about something personal that's bothered me. This morning, I got someone upset. They were talking to me, and I was trying to get out the door because I was late. So I kind of stood in the doorway and I turned my back to them while they were talking. I was still listening. I was told I wasn't listening, but I was. When I'm late to someone and the person knew I was going to be late, I would say that person in general doesn't worry about being late. And I would say that I'm a little paranoid about being late. It's kind of important for me to be on time. In fact, I prefer to be not real early, but like 5 to 10 minutes ahead of when I'm supposed to be there. And if I don't, I'm really good at, when I focus on it, of knowing how much time I've got left, how long it's going to take me to get there, because I'm kind of paranoid when I make the trip. I've made this trip many times. I know within a few minutes of how long it takes me to get there. I know on a good day, a great day, I can do it in 20 minutes. On a bad day, it takes like 25 to 27 minutes. And I was already at 20 minutes, standing in the doorway. Person got mad at me because I was looking out the door and not listening, but actually I still was listening. Even though I have to admit, in my head, I was counting down the time and I was going, I'm right at my window that if I leave right now, I'm going to be late unless it goes really well. I mean, I was still holding out the possibility that I wouldn't be. Well, I turned out I was 4 minutes late. Even knowing that probably means I'm paranoid about being late. And no bad consequence happened, or no one said anything about me being late. I noticed it. And I didn't like being late. I didn't like the whole drive where I was being late. But the person said I made them feel bad because I wasn't listening, and kind of some generic arguments about I'm like all men. I guess I have a problem with the idea that I made someone feel bad. That I have that much power to make someone feel bad. In the scheme of things, I'm about as upset now as this is probably the peak of my upsetness, and maybe by talking this out, I'll get rid of some of the stress that I feel. And I'm pretty sure that if I check my blood pressure, it would be up. I'm about 80, and I'm starting to get good at lowering my blood pressure. I've learned to feel when I've got a little anxiety going on and my blood pressure is going to go up. That and 4 blood pressure pills that I take, which I'm probably going to have a blood pressure problem the rest of my life, even though I've actually made progress and it's a little bit lower given my 4 birth control pills. So I wish. No, I don't. But anyway, I've been on blood pressure pills for 30 years, so they obviously can't do the job because they've never done the job. But I've learned to control my breathing and kind of relax, which I'm trying to do right now because I haven't checked my blood pressure, but I've checked my blood pressure so many times. Um, I I amaze the doctors and the nurses that take my blood pressure. I predict what I'm going to get, and I'm generally right on my prediction because I've learned to feel my blood pressure. That doesn't mean because I've learned to feel it, I can always control it. I can control it more times now than I used to. And I don't typically have the high, you know, spiking blood pressure like the 160 and 170 like I used to. I'm usually about probably average 140, and right now I'm probably like 150. And if I calm down on a good day, I'm probably not going to get there today. I occasionally will get 130, and a couple of times I've got lower than that. Imagine. So I'm not saying the person getting mad at me causes my blood pressure to get high. I'm saying that I have not developed the skills yet to cope with someone getting mad at me. I have developed the skills not to get mad back. I didn't get mad, but I haven't been mad the whole time. I guess I would use the word I got stressed, and I didn't know how to deal with the person not realizing that I was late despite they knew I was late. They verbalized that I was late. And that person thinks being late's okay, so I could see why they should think that I should be okay with it. I wasn't. But I wasn't mad about it. I was trying to figure out how to get out the door and not just walk away while they were talking. So I stood in the doorway looking at my car and the outside, listening to them talk. They quit talking because they thought I wasn't listening. And maybe they expected me to face them. So I see that I'm trying to figure out how I could have done that better. If I could have got a word in, um, to say that I didn't really want to have the discussion right then. I would prefer to have it later after I wasn't late. I was thinking about that, but I was pretty sure if I said that that would also upset them. and they would get mad and it would have the same outcome. So I'm still kind of pondering how I could have handled that better. Sorry, I have to go. My prediction was that that's not the key. So how do I learn to regulate my emotional response in that kind of situation? Beats me. I don't think this is resolving my question, but maybe by saying this podcast, I will feel better. But maybe not. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. And I'm still figuring out how to calm down. This is the Ancient Texan. Have a good one. Namaste.